Gotta stay hydrated. Almost halfway there. It's so motivational. I gotta catch up though.
You're halfway there. You're all the way there to annoying me. What are you doing? Settle down. What are you, the final scene in Holes?
I've peed 9 times this morning.
Yeah, what is wrong with just a normal-sized water bottle?
Gallon a day. You don't do that?
I don't know, fill up your water bottle a few times.
It's funny. It says, keep going, almost there. Is this annoying yet?
Yeah, well, do you need that to drink
I've
water?
never drank the whole thing, though.
Screen-printed ink, just so motivating.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun. And look at it just get all over your... Oh.
To the brim. So get a motivational water jug today for humans, the only species who forgets to drink water. You ever just woken up after 5 days and realized you haven't had a sip of water?
Yeah, this winter.
How'd you feel?
The whole winter.
Felt good?
I felt good. You know, I would go to like a gas station and get like a big gulp of soda. I'm like, ooh, that's better.
Right, yeah. Who drinks water?
Yeah.
You know what? What's the lowest point to me as a human? People who get that water, get that Mio or whatever stuff that's in the water. Yeah. It's like, you don't deserve to be here.
You don't deserve water. You should drink it straight up.
Like, I just don't like it. You gotta make it taste like kiwi. Sad. Welcome back to Correct Opinions. Drink your water, be hydrated, and enjoy this episode. Let's do this. Roll that music. Correct Opinions. Correct Opinions. Summer's here, and everyone's trying to lose weight these days, right?
Yeah.
When you're on your weight loss journey, it can be very difficult. You have these tough decisions every day. It's not always easy, but Noom Weight gives you the support you need and knowledge to make positive choices, even when it's hard. By learning the psychology behind your habits and better understand your relationship with food, you'll gain wisdom you need to continue making long-term positive choices.
I want to look good in a bikini. And that's why Noom Weight uses a psychology-based approach that adapts to your lifestyle. Its flexible approach focuses on progress, not perfection, and allows you to work towards your goals at a pace that's comfortable for you.
That's right. Woo, I can't wait to see you out of that tankini, buddy. I love the daily lessons, the coaching, the food logging, all these features on the app. Noom, its psychological approach is different from other programs you've used. I've loved it. It's already helped me. Noom Weight is changing the game. So start building better habits for healthier long-term results. Sign up for your trial at Noom.com/Trey. That's Noom.com/Trey. And once again, sign up for your trial at Noom.com/Trey. That's Noom.com/Trey. We are back, and...
We're back with another podcast episode.
Another episode, Correct Opinions.
Where we talk about life's essentials. So far, we've already talked about water. Let's get into food and shelter.
Food, shelter. Important.
Yeah.
I'm going on a little diet.
Ooh, from food or shelter?
Food.
Okay.
Doing a shelter diet. You ever heard how the cavemen lived?
I'm not, not as a whole thing. I'm just trying to cut back on roofs.
I'm tired of people. They're like, I'm doing this diet. It's where we eat like the cavemen did. I'm like, prove it then. live in your backyard.
Eat a stick.
If you're so obsessed with the caveman's lifestyle, grow up.
Oh, the other day I was giving Rachel a hard time. She had me trying something. She goes, just eat it. It tastes like a gummy. I ate it. I don't think she's ever had a gummy.
She had gummies.
I don't know. Have you had a Sour Patch Kid?
Well,
because it doesn't taste like that.
What was she saying?
It was
bok choy.
It was
kind of. You ever had Starburst?
Yeah,
it's close.
Just put some wasabi on it.
Think about it.
You've had something, yeah, it was a dried apricot.
Gummy, no.
Which wasn't that bad, but it was still just like, it's not what a gummy is.
No. I don't want the caveman stuff. Give me air conditioning and Reese's Pieces.
Yeah.
We've come a long way. The caveman never had Reese's Pieces?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If the caveman had Cocoa Pebbles or a hawk's egg for breakfast, what do you think they're choosing? Like, we bring a caveman up to speed in today's world, and then they find out, like, wait, people are choosing to eat like how we had to? People are insane.
If you
eat a crepe.
Pop-Tarts? It's the fillings in. How do you even get the filling in there?
I don't know. I mean, we don't need to be eating that caveman.
Nope. But my diet, I'm just eating. I've just had a gluttonous last few weeks.
Okay.
Had Whataburger twice yesterday.
That's sea level.
Win in the South.
Yeah.
Speaking of, I was at the PJ Championship. Saw some you fans out there. Thanks for saying hi. Beautiful day, golf, course, fun. Had a great time. Had a wedding. Woke up I learned a buddy had an extra ticket. I'm like, say no more. The best thing COVID did for us is allow for you to change your airline times. Remember pre-COVID, when we're like, I called and I was like, hey, my schedule changed, because that happens to people.
Yeah.
I was like, can I change my flight? And they're like, it's a use it or lose it flight. So I'm like, you can change it. It's $200 fee. Like the flight's $187.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Yeah. So on top of that,
I feel like it was typically more than that to change your flight back in the day.
12 hours before this flight, I go change flight, no cost. Mm-hmm. Boom. I'm going to Tulsa, Oklahoma. 7 a.m. flight, delayed 3 hours.
Lucky you.
So
how was Tulsa?
It was a beautiful day. I had a great time. Watched Justin Thomas take home the championship.
Let's Thomas, go. Loyal follower.
Yeah.
Not of me, but of you.
That's why. Take note, golfers. When you're commenting on my reels, good things happen.
Yeah.
So
take note.
Tiger doesn't like our content.
Look at
He's
him.
had a rough go of it recently.
Had to withdraw. Mm-hmm. Now he's got knee pain.
Right.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Did you see that viral clip of that guy? It was in Kansas City. The guy whose flight got delayed after he'd been told last minute he qualified for the U.S. Open, that qualifying round.
Oh, really?
Did you see it?
No.
Anyway, it's kind of fun. So the night before, he finds out that he's like the alternate to compete. This is the same U.S. qualifying thing that we talked about 2 weeks ago. What?
He's the what?
Golfer. U.S. Open qualifying.
You said he was the what?
Alternate.
Okay. I feel like you had a little impediment in there.
Could have been alternate.
You wouldn't believe this guy. He gets called out of nowhere. He's got to get on a flight because he just got called to be an alternate.
I can't remember if
an alternate. So he just like, he's like, sorry, I can't make it. My Southwest flight is delayed.
So he tries to get on a flight the very next morning, and then that flight gets delayed. I don't know if it was Southwest, maybe Spirit, but he makes it. So he lands, and it's like he has to go straight to the golf course, and like he doesn't even have time to get his bag. So he leaves his golf clubs at the airport and just Ubers straight to the course and has nothing with him. So it doesn't have shoes, doesn't have balls, doesn't have tees, doesn't have clubs. Just rents everything, just runs up and runs right onto the tee box. It was kind of this cool,
that's amazing
viral story, and didn't end up shooting amazing, but it was a cool story. Now I want to root for him.
That's great. Yeah, I saw a lot of my favorite golfers in person yesterday. One of my favorite, what's his name? He drives it super far. He's won the PGA several times.
Oh, Wowie McIlroy.
Yes.
That's a tough one for me to say. Yeah,
that's great. That's a cool story. No,
that's a really hard name to say. I don't care who you are. Rory McIlroy.
Wowie McIlroy.
Holy cow!
He can whip it.
In the whole wide world, the hardest word to say is Rory McIlroy. There's a sentence.
We
say it out loud in your cars right now.
Yep, we've had really good luck traveling. Traveled a lot, but I feel like we've all experienced that once in a very rare time. You have a travel day where everything that goes wrong. 7 a.m. flight. So of course I had a wedding the night before, so I slept maybe 4 or 5 hours. All good, worth it. Have you ever Ubered in a thunderstorm? You talk about terror.
I don't think I have.
I swear it was 6 a.m. It's pouring rain. I mean, this guy's driving. He's not even really staying in his lane. I swear I watched this guy do a couple of those, like sip his coffee and like he was willing himself to stay awake, I think. I think I was like the last ride on his all-nighter, and I literally did a couple like, hey, you good, man? He's like, yeah. Which terminal? Terminal B?
Terminal B safe.
Be safe. Terminal C the lines.
Terminal
stay in them.
See my family later, please.
Terminal determined to survive. So if that happens, I get there, it's delayed. I'm like, whatever. All of a sudden, there's another flight going to Tulsa at 9:30 a.m. My 7 a.m. flight is now delayed to 10 a.m. So I'm like, let's try it. I go on the app. I can change to 9:30 free of charge. So I'm like, might as well. Now, what do you think happens next?
Well, next thing you know, your Uber driver's the pilot.
Mm-hmm.
I knew it. I hate when that happens.
The 9:30 gets delayed right before I'm boarding, like an hour. And of course, why do I do this myself? Because I had to know. My initial flight takes off before this flight. So I'm sitting on the plane like, why'd I change it? And also on this plane, it's one of those tiny planes. It just says like 1 seat, aisle, 2 seats.
Yeah.
I'm 6 feet tall and I can't stand up in it.
Some planes are getting smaller.
With shoes on.
Good job.
Thanks. And half the plane is a group of high school seniors coming back from like a trip or something.
Cool.
There's thank goodness it's only an hour flight, but there's a kid running up and down the aisle doing TikTok dances. Right in by me.
Cool. Lucky you.
They were so unlikable. And at the very end, when we were all getting up, I heard a kid go, "Whoa, wait, is that Trey Kennedy?" And I just head down, headphones on, just pretending I didn't hear it.
Good.
I mean, I made myself as if there's ever a time. I love whenever anyone says hi. All day long was great. But if there's ever a group where at that point in time with those people that I did not want to talk to, it was them. I didn't want to talk to TikTok dance boy.
That's good.
Who, when you're on a plane and you're like, "Whoa, that was a weird bounce. I don't hope we're not going down." I was like, let's take this thing down.
Maybe some of it goes down.
Yeah. Maybe just 17B, particularly. It's a tough one. We finally made it, got there, had a great time, but heck of a morning. Got Whataburger.
Good.
Which also the Whataburger, I watched a worker and a person who couldn't speak English go at it for 15 minutes. So I'm standing there like, my goodness, what are they? What's the? And then the woman in front of me randomly just goes, "Do you need some help?" Very white woman. Mm-hmm. She steps up, and she just goes, just reels off Spanish and solves the problem. I was like, wow, that's a fun party trick.
Cool, fun party trick.
How do I say spicy honey butter chicken biscuit in Spanish?
It's like when you see Logic, the rapper, say the N-word, and you're like, huh.
Wow, I didn't realize.
I guess you can. I guess we'll just take your word for it that your dad is black.
Yeah.
All right. Well, okay.
Buenos dias.
I get to go to Tulsa. Buenos dias.
We made it. Shout out the kid who let us in the fun 18th Green clubhouse thing.
Fun 18th Green clubhouse. So that minor you enjoyed.
Yes.
He was a cool one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm still so nervous on golf courses though. I was trying to meet my friends on hole 12, and is it a bad look if I go ask around people? I'm like, where is this? I feel like I got several answers that were just like, I mean, this is 8, so they would just like point that way. But I'm walking, and I'm like, well, there's 16, 13, we're 12.
Yeah, I would feel nervous. A golf course, no matter where you're at, no matter what question you have, it just feels assumed you should know it.
Yeah.
You should know the answer to every question on a golf course. Uh-huh. Yeah.
So do they play all 18 holes? Or do they walk off at 15 like I do? Because it gets old.
I'm surprised these guys have the patience to do 18.
Yeah.
Every single one of them finishing their round.
Couldn't be me.
That is crazy.
That's crazy.
That is
it was a great weekend. Great wedding.
Dude, I played golf yesterday. Me and Isaac got paired with a random duo. Like it's Fortnite or something. Yeah, I was playing duos.
I dropped in on
father-son
Mission Hills Country Club. Yep.
And it was great. They were good people, but I think you would have really enjoyed the subtlety of some of the dad's comments. So the first hole we played with them, we kind of joined up with them halfway through. And so the first tee box we get to play with them, I pull up, I'm like, hey, which tee box are you guys playing with? It's just easier if we all play from the same one. I don't care where we play from.
Right.
And they're like, we've been playing from the whites, just, the wind. And I was like, oh, for sure. It was as still as it is in this room right now.
I thought you were going to say, out of solidarity. Can you imagine? They're like, what?
Yeah. Or if they just say, yeah, what tee box are you playing? Any of them but the blacks. Excuse me. What'd you just say?
What? Wait, what'd you say?
Call them the tips. Don't say blacks.
That's
Second
so
of all,
because for those who don't know, golf, the tips where the pros play, right?
Typically is a black marker, and it is the back.
You guys want to play the blacks today? It's like, stop saying that.
I wouldn't say that.
Don't say it.
Yeah, the idea of him saying anything but the blacks.
Anything but the blacks,
Okay.
You get how it is. I'm like, not really. Okay, so you're playing.
Anyway, so, right off the bat, he's like, we've just been playing the whites. Just the wind today.
The wind.
And it's like we're indoors. It could not be more perfect. Like 64, but no wind. So it's actually like really, really nice. And so Isaac and I just kind of look at each other like, oh, us too. For sure. And then, dude, every other hole, he'd hit a ball long. He's like, is the wind with us now? I guess the wind is with us now. And then 2 holes later, he'd hit it short. Is the wind is against us now? I can't figure it out.
That's a great
like
bet.
clockwork. He didn't stop. And Dude, there was one time he took, I know non-golf, I'll try to explain it for even if you don't like golf. He took a club that would normally hit at 200 yards, and we were 140 yards away. So I wind in our face. I was like, dude, do you think we're in a hurricane right now? What do you think is happening? What kind of example are you
Was
setting?
he any good at golf?
He wasn't bad. He would make good contact, but he was factoring the wind.
What a great
we were in an
bit.
F3
Just
tornado.
the wind guy. Anytime a shot's off, you're like, where did that gust of wind come from?
Even when he would have like
Going left to right now.
That's what he did on a par 3, dude. He had the right distance. He's like, man, that wind just didn't hold it. And it was like, dude, maybe it was the way you swung the club.
I think that's such a funny golf thing. Like early on putting, you'd be like, all right, it's sloping a little right to left.
But the wind's blowing right.
But I would putt as though we were on the side of Mount Everest.
Oh, I see what
just
you're saying.
hit it this way and be like, what did I think it was gonna? Did I think we were on a 45-degree angle? It's tilted this.
I'm still guilty of thinking the wind is stronger than gravity.
Yeah.
Like it's pretty windy,
Yeah.
but it is slanting this way. It'll probably just even itself out. And then I'll put it dead straight and like, I guess gravity's pretty strong.
You just have your back to the hole. Like, the wind's
think-
it's gonna hit it into the wind. It'll carry it.
It should come back. I attached a small sail to the side of the ball. It should pick up
Watch
pace.
this.
But yeah, dude,
That's
it was just
very
incredible. It was just a very subtle, because it wasn't every hole, just a very subtle, like Mr. Excuses type thing. Just is every now and then. Gosh, I forgot about the wind this time. That's too bad.
My favorite point of the weekend. Can we talk about this? Maybe. No, this is funny. We've all been to weddings.
Yeah.
You confirm this. Derek confirmed this too. You been to these weddings where they have like a open mic hour or two, where people just come up and they're like, "You're the most amazing persons we've ever met."
Like,
have you had this experience, Derek?
Not an open mic wedding. That's wild.
Well, it'll be like a rehearsal
Seen
dinner
at
wedding,
rehearsal dinners,
and they'll
yeah.
say, "Anyone wants to speak, come speak." You haven't done that?
Just a few, maybe.
Okay, you're not as deep into really white people culture, I guess. It's really, but it was very entertaining. There was 2 hours of speeches. 20 people made speeches. Katie being one of them. She did a nice job. She wrote a little. I gotta give her credit. She wrote up this little speech. She had 2 jokes in it that were kind of like, oh, that's kind of nice.
Katie had 2 jokes.
She crushed. She brought the house down. The delivery was nice. Couple things. I
She's
was
seen
amazed.
a lot of comedy shows, so that's probably why.
Yeah, the timing was nice. I was amazed at how many people get up there and they're like, "All right, we're gonna have Sally come up here." Okay, so for the hi. Okay, for those, my name is Sally, and let me just say, I don't know if I could call her my friend, but my twin sister. We go way back. I mean, the first time we ever met.
Hold it a little further away.
What?
It's too loud.
Oh, sorry. Okay, how's this? Is this fine?
I think so. Oh no.
Oh no.
Yeah, keep it.
I mean, the amount of there's this an older woman got up. Not to be too brutal, but like this is the mic. She would hold it like this. She'd be like, "Okay, hey, this is," and then people were like, "You got to do the top."
Not only can we not see you, but it's pointing away from you.
Is this better? Is this? Oh, and she was like, "Sorry,
There we go.
technology."
Yeah.
It's like mics have been around
Nope.
since
Brand new.
the Great Depression, I think.
Sorry,
You're not that
microphones. Brand new. I don't know how to
love
use them.
it.
I've never
Yeah,
seen anyone use them.
Just anyone old, it's like that's just a go-to too. Wind guy on the golf course, technology thing. They'll be like trying to like stamp a letter like this, hey, this mailing stuff. This has been around your whole life. That's not an excuse.
That just reminded me.
Started a car. Forgot. Technology.
Oh gosh, sorry, I just can't do it. Yeah, just like
Girl riding horses.
using a backup camera. Like I'm just not used to this technology. This is making it easier.
Yeah,
This is so much better. Don't complain about it.
That is funny.
Now you see where you're going.
The texting. Confused. Hey, give me a paper and a pen. Keep it simple. It's quite a lot more difficult, but a lot of good speeches, a lot of sweet stuff, and I enjoyed it.
Did you give a speech?
I did
Yeah,
not.
what did you say into the mic? Did you do your dog mom bit?
You
just go up there and do crowd work?
Yeah.
How many new
know what
moms?
is funny? Being in this, I knew this wouldn't happen, but the off chance it did,
You were ready.
I was ready. I'm worried there's gonna be someone go rogue and be like, you know, it only takes one crazy person. Like, guys, I don't want to be this person, but we do have a comedian in the room.
Not
Trey,
just in the room.
Come on.
Related to the groom.
Come on. And I got so prepared for that crazy once in a lifetime situation that by the end of the night, I was like, someone call me up there.
You know what?
I was so prepared. I'm like, I'm going to crush if they call me. They're going to be shocked at how prepared I am for this.
You like disappear for 20 minutes to kind of mentally prep. You like go and steam your shirt and like you kind of do some vocal exercises.
Katie looks over. She's like, I'm like, my like legs jittery. She's like, are you nervous? I'm just like, I'm nervous.
Like, yeah, go on in 10.
Yeah. I have a feeling Aunt Carly's going to.
She's looking at me.
She's going to give me 3 up there.
Earlier tonight, she was very complimentary of when she saw my set. And
it was so
I
funny.
think she's going to call me up.
I had that thought. I was scared. I was like, I'll prepare a few jokes. And by the end of it, I was like, Katie, call me up.
I wish they would have called me up. I wish there was a nomination.
I would have brought the house down, man. Yeah, it was.
It is kind of fun. We have a skill now. We've developed a skill, public speaking. For the rest of our lives, we'll have some public speaking skills.
Well, I will say, I'm still not super confident about public speaking.
Okay.
Telling jokes, I feel like they're different.
Really?
You want me to just give a speech? Oh, I'm sure it helps.
It's got to help.
Yeah.
It's got to help. I mean, doing crowd work is one of the more terrifying things
That's true.
there. If we can do that,
It was kind of crazy because I was thinking that in my head of like, what if they actually did it? And I'm shocked at how comfortable I would actually be with that, I think.
Yeah.
I was terrified of public speaking a few years ago. I was like, I got to make a speech at my sister's wedding. I was like, I'm Trey's brother, Casey's sister.
Hold on.
Katie's.
Oh. My mom's name is Karen. We have any Karens?
Yeah, any Karens in the house? Tough year for you. I didn't like it at all. But dude, I've grown to, especially having done it, and now it's a little. I'm definitely being too critical, but it's fun. You hear some people go up there and they're trying to do the jokes, and some you're like, it's pretty funny.
That's actually really
funny.
yeah.
But then some you're just listening to someone bomb at a rehearsal dinner is really fun. It's like it's not as brutal because people are kind of courtesy, and it's like, but a couple of people made jokes and just dead. It was like that. That was awesome.
Okay.
You have some people that are really good at it and impress you. Some that, you're like
that was probably funny for your family.
Yeah.
But we don't know what the garden gnome joke is.
Oh, yeah.
So
that one time in sophomore year, you wore the same exact outfit on your double date. Oh, yeah. You and him, you were on the football team together, and you bombed during a wedding speech?
Derek just said he bombed during a wedding speech.
How many jokes did you try?
I tried a lot. He was a short guy, so I was talking about his size the whole time. People thought I was talking about something else. Did not hit.
You did.
I bombed so hard.
Did you realize when you were like preparing it that people might mistake it for that?
Nope, not at all.
No, that's so funny.
I went over my head, and then I even said, I think the mic one time, like, oh no.
Uh-oh.
Like, how small is this guy? And they're
Yeah.
like, whoa, this is disgusting.
Noah's
No.
been a guy. We all love Noah, but he's always been a little underside.
Right?
It was short.
Come on, you guys saw him in high school.
I think she might even be bigger than him. Like, oh! You're like, wait, what? Oh!
Hold on. I'm just saying, from the minute we were friends, like 7th grade, like locker room, we knew he was smaller.
I think it's funny,
What?
too. That's what's tough. You got to know your audience. I think it'd be fun, too, to try some jokes and roast people. And, there's a lot of, like, sweet girls in the room that are friends. They probably like, this is not funny. You're making fun of them. But it is. I bombed in front of Katie's family a little bit. My family is very much, they just make fun of each other left and right. It's brutal. And I would like try to throw out a couple, just really bomb in front of the family.
Keep the sarcasm on the Kennedy side of the family.
I won't make fun of your children and your siblings.
Okay, I guess the child's birth defect is off limits.
No, they're
Got
not.
it.
Yeah.
Got it.
Wow.
Jeez, we grew up in different households.
Really,
Okay.
no fun around here.
I will leave the scabies jokes at home.
Fine.
Wish you left the scabies at home. Okay, that was my last one.
I thought making light of the uncle's death would bring a gooder vibes. We get it. Okay. No car crash jokes. Her uncles are alive and well. Very nice guys.
Right.
As of right now.
As of the time this is being recorded. Can't guarantee by the time it's posted.
I haven't checked in.
I did I might have bombed a few days ago. I've been doing a lot of cameos for free. I think I'm going to get on Cameo because I keep just saying yes to people in my DMs, just doing it for free for people.
Okay, yeah,
so I
you
should probably
should get
start
on.
charging money.
Yeah.
I did one.
It's Cameo money. That's round of golf money.
Okay, that's one way of looking at it.
$20 cameos.
Think I do 20?
Yeah.
Okay. I remember Cameo hit me up like 2 or 3 years ago, like inviting me to be on the app. And I was like, what could I possibly charge? Like, it's like I could charge $2, but then it's not worth my time. So then it's just a waste of money and time. Anyway, so I did a Cameo for a guy. He's like, hey, my fiance is we're getting married this Saturday, but she's stressed. It's going to rain. Can you say something to cheer her up? I didn't know her name. I had nothing to work with other than she is stressed for Saturday. So I was like, I don't have a lot to work with here, but I knew I got the DM from him and I saw his last name, and his last name was like really like weird and like ugly. And so the whole Cameo was just roasting him. I was like, I don't know if I'd be nervous about the rain. I'd be nervous about that last name you're about to have on Saturday.
What
that
in
is
the world?
brutal.
Oh, Polish? Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
I was just
How
making
many
all these
Z's are in there.
Yeah, is that an umlaut? My goodness. And so I was just kind of like roasting the husband's name or whatever. But then I had to send it to the husband to send to her. And I kind of I didn't get a ton back from the free Cameo I did. So I was like, oops, maybe I should have.
Just thanks, I guess. Oh, sorry.
I hope, she'll probably like it.
I love I'll do some cameos where they'll be like, hi, Trey. So my wife is a big fan. Her name's Sarah. I am her husband. Trent, because you could tell she's an amazing mom. You could shout out to the Macaulay family. Her sisters, Jean and Luis, are also big fans. And they'll just be like, I'll say all that and be like, so you guys are definitely white. And I'll get a little nervous, but I'm also like, I'm very confident they're white. I've had no complaints. I've been batting 1,000 it. Say what you want about profiling people, but I'm a big fan.
Good. Mm-hmm. Good.
Yep.
Our police could learn a thing or two.
Cameos confirmed I'm good at it. Yeah.
Good for you. Round of golf cameos.
Yeah, I know. I get some bad reviews too.
Do you?
Yeah. Because I've had some. They'll be like, have you heard of the Weinsteins? Wait, no. Oh, that's Harvey's last name. I ruined that. I was going to do like a Jewish joke, but I accidentally said the one Jewish name. I've ruined the joke. Screw you, Harvey. I did not. Let me say this. I did not do a cameo for Harvey Weinstein. I didn't. And if he requested it, I'd decline it.
Good.
Ooh, I have a funny story about declining cameos.
Okay, great.
I actually should get in front of this. Let's mark this. What episode is this? Just in case this woman tries to cancel me. This is a funny story.
I'm excited for whatever this is.
I went to a Facebook event years ago, pre-COVID. They had out a handful of us Facebook creators for some event thing, whatever.
Cool.
So I meet some of them. Dhar Mann was there. And then this other creator, I'm not going to mention any names or anything, this other creator, and I bonded with this person the most because we were both kind of, we just had a lot in common, nice person. I was there solo. They were there with another friend or something. So it's, it's kind of like it's kind of a Facebook-y corporate-y event, right? So we did a panel or something and it was kind of boring, and then, it was just a long day, and then we hung out after, a lot of us, and I was kind of with them. This person goes and has quite a few drinks.
Water?
This person was also like a big fan of mine too. It wasn't just, so there was like an element to that. It was like kind, but then the drinks flowing.
Yeah.
I remember Katie called, and this person's like, let me talk to your wife. And I was like, and that kind of Katie was like, who was that? And I'm like, I don't know. They're drinking.
I don't know.
It's kind of getting weird.
She's not that good of a kisser, I'll say that.
Trust me, Katie,
nothing to worry about.
Nothing like you. I checked. So the day ends, whatever. And this person, we'd all change numbers or something, and this person would text me, kind of like a couple weeks later, like, we just loved your recent video or something. I was kind of like, oh, thanks, whatever. I'm kind of thinking like, I'll never see you again. A couple weeks later, another text, started to get weird, kind of weekend text, maybe drunk text, oh my gosh, people are big fans of you. I'm bragging about how we're best friends, haha, or something. And then I'm kind of I kind of start ignoring the text,
replying
right?
less.
All right. A few come in, not too many, 3, 4, ignore them, whatever. I think I might have unfollowed this person, which may have added to the situation.
Okay.
A couple years go by, and then I get a cameo from this person.
Okay.
Which I was kind of that's interesting.
They're buying cameos.
I know you personally. I'm surprised they didn't text me, but I guess that's kind of nice. want to pay you for
I'll
your
support
time.
you.
But it was like, hey, do a Cameo promoting my new business thing or whatever. And Cameo, I always ignore any of those cameos.
I think that's illegal on Cameo to do that.
Well, there's actually a business option which you pay more for. So they did the simple one, which even that. So cameos for like telling your friend hi or whatever. Like that just doesn't make sense, right? You wouldn't want. Jake, wouldn't do a bunch of these, and you're all over the internet as like, hi, I'm Jake Triplett. Shout out to Anderson Realty in Greenville, South Carolina. And you're like, I got paid $70 for this. So I was declined those. So I decline, and I think it says like decline for reason, no promos. Thanks, no thanks.
That totally makes sense.
I get a text. Oh, I remember. I don't think I'd ever saved the number, which adds to I'm bad about that. Number one.
Okay.
So I get a text from an unknown number that says, I should expose you to everyone how big of an a-hole you are.
Whoa.
I get this text out of nowhere. Oh, no number. And as you can imagine,
You're like,
in our current day and age, and what I'm thinking, it's finally happening.
What did I do?
Someone really mad somewhere is going to cancel me. I don't know. And so I'm thinking like, I'm looking first step. I Google the area code. I'm like, who is?
Okay.
What? I don't.
All the people
What
I've
is-
hurt in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
I was like, yeah. Can you imagine? It pulls up Jacksonville, Florida. I was like, oh, do I have some stories from Jacksonville, Florida?
I know who that is.
Oh no.
Yeah.
So I'm racking my brain, kind of like, what? And then I get it on Instagram shortly. I don't know, after. I kind of don't think much of it. I get on Instagram and I see a DM from the person I'm thinking of, which was more of like aggressive, like,
Cool.
wow, hey, I'll do the favor for you and block you before you can block me. So much for God. That's what people always like to do. Because I've mentioned I'm a Christian before, like some Christian you are, and like block me and all this stuff. So then it made me feel way better because I'm like, oh, they're just mad I declined their Cameo.
It's a funny idea. Like, you know what? I'll block you, buddy, before you block me.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't even know.
Dang it.
I didn't know who you were until this.
So I just thought that text was a couple more texts that came in. I don't need to keep going. Just really like, I'm trying to think one day they're going to post to their Facebook like,
Look at
This
what he
is what
said.
this is what-
Well, he didn't say anything. Look at what he did. He
didn't
he
do
stopped
my
te-
Cameo.
He stopped texting me. Isn't that
So-
annoying?
Dude, but that was a crazy feeling for like 5 minutes when I was like,
Oh, I would hate that.
some crazy person's like, I'm gonna expose you for everything you are, and I'm trying to think like, well, thank God I don't have some dark secret.
Yeah, that's
'Cause I
good
was
that
like,
there's not something obvious. Like, well,
did they?
here it comes. 9th grade Halloween.
But then I
Shouldn't
wore-
have dressed up as that.
Yeah. Yeah, can you imagine if I just respond like,
I know what
oh
this
my
is about.
gosh, you found me dressing up as Zero from Holes in 4th grade. Please delete. And
I'm
they're
so
like,
sorry.
wait, what? I just wanted you to do a Cameo. Like, nah, yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
Wasn't Holes?
What?
I mean, one of the true times where the movie was just as good as the book.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it.
Maybe Holes do build character. I'm gonna go dig one and lie in it.
I don't know. Like, dig a hole big enough for my foot
You
to
want
fit
to
in my
cover
mouth.
me up? So that's a funny story. So just get ahead of it. If you ever see some blogger on Facebook trying to cancel me for ignoring their texts and cameos, you heard it here first, Recties.
I'm excited to hear after this podcast is over who this person was.
Okay, yeah.
I'm
Yeah, I
curious.
mean, they have a big following and stuff, but it's not, you wouldn't be familiar.
Gotcha.
Jake, you ever been stuck between two tough decisions?
Yes. College or high school. I didn't know which one
Right?
to do.
Yeah, right? It's always tricky. You always hear such good things about college, but
High school's fun.
yeah. But when we're on a weight loss journey, we're often faced with difficult decisions every day.
Oh, okay. I get it now. I got it.
But Noom Weight gives you the support and knowledge you need to make positive choices even when it's difficult. By learning the psychology behind your habits and better understanding your relationship with food, you'll gain wisdom you need to continue making long-term positive choices.
Noom is great because Noom understands that everyone's weight loss journey is unique, and what works for someone doesn't necessarily work for someone else.
Absolutely. Noom Weight, it's been a game changer for me. I'm trying to get it tighter. We've been on the road, not taking care of myself. It's changed how I shop for foods. I have a better understanding of my cravings and habits. You can, it has weight tracking, food logging, so many tools, and Noom's psychological approach is different from any other program you might have used. So it's a game changer, y'all. You got to try Noom Weight. I really love it. It makes it easy to start on your weight loss journey and stay on track. So start building better habits for healthier long-term results. Sign up for your trial at Noom.com/Trey. That's Noom, Noom.com/Trey.
You said the word Dhar Mann, and I was like, Dhar Mann. See what he's up to. Here's what he's up to. If everyone you don't know, well, here's just his like last 6 YouTube video titles. Gymnast forced to starve. What happens next is shocking. Dhar Mann. Entitled influencer gets canceled. What happens next is shocking. Dhar Mann. Girl gets revenge on prankster. What happens next is shocking. Dhar Mann. Movie star slaps host at award show. What happens next is shocking. Dhar Mann. Guy fakes being rich on Tinder. What happens next is shocking. Dhar Mann. Divorced parents lose their son. What happens next is shocking. Dhar Mann. Mechanic scam calls in parking lot. They live to regret it. Dhar Mann. Girl spreads rumors in high school. What happens next is shocking. Dhar Mann.
So the mechanics one has nothing shocking in it.
It's not shocking one bit. Lives to regret it.
Those views, are those views lower?
They were 2 million lower than what happens next is shocking.
White people be like, what happens at the end will shock you. Girls in the fall be like, what happens next will shock you.
Stages of gender reveals. What happens next? Actually, that one will shock you. That one's actually pretty shocking.
Look for that soon. Gender reveal video. Been planning it for months. Coming soon.
I got poison ivy from it.
Derek got poison ivy, so he laid it on the line. What
Derek
a nerd.
Will not stop complaining about the poison ivy.
Yeah.
I mean, jeez.
Please. He's taking us for everything. Yeah, we're finally doing the gender reveal. We just had to tap into Derek's alt-right connections to get us weapons and land and free raid. Patriots.
They're not hillbilly. They're patriots.
They're patriots. No, yeah. I did. You'll see it. I have a sharp shot.
Yep.
The kind gentleman who lent us his land gave me his nod of approval. He was like, "That's not that's not an easy shot either," and it's just funny being a human being because we basically try to get affirmed for a living online. And this random country boy that Derek knows, winking at me saying, you're a good shot.
Not bad, son.
Will live with me for years. And I saw that guy, and my first thought is like, I need him.
I need
to like me.
I need the guy in the 4-wheeler to affirm me. I need it.
I need it. And I got it.
And so you got affirmation, Derek got poison ivy, and I got ticks.
And then I was like,
trifecta.
And I was like, Joe Biden's not doing that bad, is he? And he pointed the gun at me. No, I'm kidding. I take it back. That's funny, dude. Go on his land and start saying comments like that. See what happens.
You start off every sentence like, now I think we can all agree. And then saying something that's like not like...
What?
That's like pretty polarizing.
Oh.
I think we're saying the same thing.
Speaking of, I haven't been to a wedding in a long time. I love weddings. I really enjoy meeting new people. Mm-hmm. Got a little bit of everything. I had some people be really kind. Some people, have no idea who I am. I'm talking to them, and then they give me ideas for videos.
That's fun.
Which I gotta, I got so many ideas from these strangers.
Only thing I like more than getting video ideas from people is getting stand-up premises from people because I always use them.
No, really nice people. I got some distant relative giving me some alt-right stuff, which was great. He's like, you're a comedian, right? So he doesn't know. It was some distant relative that I met, and he's like, oh, you're a comedian. So then he immediately was like, I mean, comedians are important because woke. He was like, I read this book recently about like Soviets, East Europeans under Soviet rule, and I read it and it really resonated with what we're going through today.
You're like, today?
He's like, yeah, because the woke. I'm like, I don't know if I compare it to being ruled by the Soviet Union, but I mean, I get what you're saying, but so he cornered me for a while, and it's funny. I want to be like, sir, can I stop right there? I'm opening up my special with dog moms be like, so I don't know if I'm really a man of the people comedian. I'm just trying to get some lighthearted laughs.
I don't know if this is like George Carlin type, like culturally
Soviet
impacting.
Rule be like, what happens next will shock you. Let's jot that down.
Let me write that down.
Write that down. Thanks. Let's print it.
Kyiv versus Tulsa.
The differences will shock you.
Differences will shock you. Dhar Mann. Something like that.
Walmart shoppers versus Onskosk shoppers.
Could be good.
Starbucks versus Dunkin' versus
blood.
Versus
blood drops
versus no freedom of speech versus blood. Speaking of what we were speaking of land, I think we all got out on this guy's acreage, hundreds of acres or whatever. It's kind of a vibe.
We're like, whoa, birds chirping.
What? Yeah,
that is kind of nice.
I remember I talked to him. I was like, I was like, I told him, I'm like, I'm not sure stars are real. I've never seen them. And he told me you can see them out there.
Yeah, we were very confused. Like, where are these speakers? Why do you have speakers in your trees? He's like, that is just nature. Those are birds. Yeah. Like, that is awesome.
I gotta get me one. But he did shoot at them because he said they're drones.
Yeah, he was not happy with Amazon looking at him that way.
But we were talking about land. And I immediately was on Zillow looking at random acreages, and I feel like I might mess around and buy 10 acres by the end of the day.
I think that's the move. A lot of influencers these days, what do a lot of YouTubers do? They get a bunch of money and then they want to flex on you.
Right.
Check out the Lambo. Check out the 10-bedroom house.
$200,000 car.
Yeah. It's like maybe they're renting it. I don't know. Either way, I feel flexed on. This is not a good investment. I'd like to see influencers flex quality investments on me.
Right. Just an Insta story of me out in Weston, Missouri.
Yeah. Yo,
just trees.
Yo, what up, fam? Y'all been riding with me. Y'all been grinding with me, following me for years and years. Just want to say I bought a plot of land.
It's only the beginning. 10K per acre. 20 acres. Do the math.
I'm going to be sitting on this for decades. Generational wealth.
Just drone footages of just like tall grass. We did this, YouTube fan.
We did this. This can be hay. This can be hay in this. I could feed cattle with this.
No problem. Bags. Invest in another. I bought a duplex. We're gonna live out on one side and rent out the other. Fiscally responsible.
Guys, what up, y'all? I'm back with another video today. I wanted to say, I'm happy to announce I'm turning my LLC into an S corp.
Oh,
gonna save me thousands
paid
on
a tax
taxes.
attorney thousands to do it.
It's really gonna pay off,
thousands
guys.
to do it.
Y'all know I'm gonna take care of y'all. I couldn't do it without you. Thank you for the likes and the comments. I'm super proud of the S corp we've become.
Dang. Stay tuned for more.
Single family households, guys.
Single family households.
I'm getting into them. It's a good investment.
Seriously.
I'm investing in the S&P 500. It's gradual, but I'm really going to hang on to it.
Bonds are,
yeah.
Hey, it's just a conservative strategy, but why not?
A lot of rappers want to talk about stacks. No, bonds.
Yeah,
bonds.
Stacking money that I'll flex on you when I'm 59 and a half.
Yeah.
How about that? Mm-hmm. Instead of a $15,000 Rolex, I just contributed $15K to my 401k, dude.
Yeah.
Just take that.
I would love to see that. Like, genuinely, like, flexing what you bought.
Just like a video of you saying bye. You're like, this money stashed away for 35 years. Bye. Hey.
Goodbye. I can't touch it for 20 years. Kids college fund.
Ooh.
See ya.
Yeah.
Bye, haters. Bye, college fund. I don't need you. I'll look at you later.
Y'all gotta send your kids to college?
I don't know.
Could be way different. 20 years.
I kind of believe that. I think it's getting less and less valuable if you're anything other than like a doctor or, like a trained.
I think we need entrepreneurial doctors.
What does that mean?
You can learn anything on YouTube these days.
Oh, like they're still doctors.
They just paid their own
self-made. I thought you meant like the doctor, I don't know, like an incubator, which is a doctor term.
Exist, yeah.
Yeah, that kind of makes sense.
Anything like he taught himself and you're like impressed.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, you listen to how he plays piano, his self-taught. You're like, wow. Like that golfer just won, self-taught. Wow.
Videographer. Hey, right here.
Videographer, self-taught.
Self-taught, YouTube.
Surgeon, self-taught.
How'd you get your kidney stones out? Oh, this guy is self-taught.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
He's out on this land I bought.
He's had YouTube for a long time and
self-taught.
Kind of learned that way.
It's funny how we're really pumped about being self-taught until it comes to certain things.
Until it comes time for an appendix to come out. Mm-hmm. Now we want a college degree.
There's a lot of things, right? If you sat down for a haircut and this guy's like, by the way, man, I taught myself how to do this, I'd kind of be like, you did? That's funny. But we trust. That's what I want. I want a self-taught doctor.
It's just a threshold. Yeah.
My dad was basically a self-taught doctor. He sent us to the doctor.
Sweat it out.
He sent us to a doctor, and the doctor would come back and be like, the doctor told me to do this. My dad would be like, that's not what you should do.
I mean, what does he know?
Yeah. Hey, doctors aren't perfect. Oh, I never said that, but I just think out of the two of you, I should take his advice over you. You do something different during the day.
You spend your 9 to 5 doing other stuff.
Yeah.
I just searched Dhar Mann doctor just to see if he has any content on this. Doctor shames high school dropout. Instantly regrets it. Dhar Mann.
Surgeon performs perfect surgery. Self-taught. What happens next will shock you.
Kid fakes allergic reaction. He instantly regrets it. Dhar Mann. That sounds like a good one, actually.
Yeah. Best man makes a speech about little guy. What happens next will shock you. Derek.
About little guy.
He's small. Oh,
Random white guy wants to play from the blacks at golf course. What happened next? Won't shock you a ton. It's what you're expecting.
Yeah, that's just Darnold. Darnold?
Darnold.
That's Darnold. I'm going to stay with that. That's what I meant to say.
That's Sam Darnold.
Can we talk about how played out the weird wedding stuff? I mean, how many wedding jokes I heard where people were like, let's just say tonight, it's going to be pretty quick for him.
Yeah.
Can we just not talk about this?
Will admit, I did a joke like that in a best man speech.
Well, how long ago?
I was going to say it was 9 years ago. Maybe
start
longer.
Somewhere.
Yeah, it was one of my
That's
first
okay.
jokes.
What are you? You were 22 years old or something?
Yeah, I
All
think I was
good.
21, 22.
That's fine. That was
I
actually
never heard
my.
it. Yeah.
That was my big argument this weekend because everyone there was probably 30 years old.
It's like we've done this enough.
22 years old. I'm okay. We were all given bad speeches. 22 years old. I can't do anything. People getting up there.
I remember when we were freshmen rushing together. It's like, well, get this guy off the mic. This is not going anywhere good.
So yeah, that was some of the speech. Just the length. Someone got up and said, "We've been married a long time, so here's from me some marriage advice." You're like, that makes sense. You've been married a long time, worthy to give advice. And then they went, "Here are 10 tips for a good marriage." And I was like, 10?
I mean, BuzzFeed isn't even cranking a list that long anymore.
Gosh, 10.
10.
We went through all 10.
I hope, yeah. That is brutal. That's one thing I'm looking forward to at my wedding. Like everyone's done it at this point. There's not going to be like facades there or like, it's going to be like just the nuts and bolts, It's going to be good. Just the good stuff.
Yeah.
What happens next will shock you.
Were you at my rehearsal dinner?
No. Just the patio or like just the
That's right. There's like a party after.
Yeah. Flew in late.
That makes sense. Yeah, it was. I can't remember. We didn't do too many speeches. I remember it's tough because people want to do it. I remember I had like a couple cousins. I had to be like, you're not allowed to talk. Because we already had like 10 speeches. So you have to.
Like, you got to cut them off.
You sadly have to tell people like, we can't. I mean, like 30 minutes of speeches is nice, but we can't. We'd all rather hang out.
Yeah. How often do you ever leave a rehearsal dinner saying, I wish I would have lasted longer?
Right.
Like you never leave it like, I wish I was just 30 minutes longer. There weren't enough speeches. Ugh. So this was like one of our last shows. I was doing like crowd work with a guy and was asking about him and his wife, and they've been married a long time. And I was like, dude, what do you have going on? Like, what's your secret? And he goes, never go to bed angry. And I was just so shocked, both on stage and just mentally, of like,
actually pretty good advice.
People are still saying that. Like, is that not the most like played out like cliche advice?
Don't go to bed angry.
And so I was just making fun of him. I was like, dude, that's really good. I'm trying to think of where I've heard that before. Oh yeah, every wedding I've ever been to.
Yeah.
Just don't go to bed angry. Good one, dude. It's really good. Let's get Nicholas Sparks down here.
Nicholas Sparks. This guy's a genius.
This guy, hold on. Does anyone have a pen and paper?
What happens next will shock you.
When wife gets angry.
Couple goes to bed angry. What happens next will shock you. Just wake up. They stabbed each other in their dreams. That's why you don't do it.
55-year-old woman's like, I told you.
Yeah,
that's
he's a
what
sleepwalker.
I said at the rehearsal dinner. Yeah,
he assaulted
he
you
has
in
those
his
night
sleep.
terrors. It's a malaria medicine.
It was the anger that fueled it. Usually, it's a very happy dream.
I don't think I could go to bed angry.
I think I did a best man speech when I was like 21.
Nice.
Yeah. Shout out Bible Belt.
Yeah.
And I remember, I think we've over complicated the speeches. I remember that day I knew I had to speak and I wasn't too worried. I was like, yeah, I'm going to just say, I don't know, say some nice things about my good friend.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, what, like, oh my, people were hyping me up. Like, you got the best man speech. Like, what are you going to say? What do you got? I was like, I don't know. And then I had people being like appalled, like, wait, you don't know?
You're like not nervous?
I'm like, what do you mean I don't? I'll just talk when it's time to talk.
Yeah.
And like, you haven't written a speech. And I was like, have I supposed to have like written a full speech? And they're like, oh my gosh, yes, you haven't written a speech. And the maid of honor got up there on like 6 pages of paper and like read it word for word. I just got up and kind of like felt like I just spoke what I truly felt and
if you're
thought.
the best man, you've known this guy for a while, yeah.
And I think I inadvertently, my lack of knowledge of how everyone expects me to do it made for a pretty good speech.
I think for a lot of people watching, what happens next shocked them.
Mm-hmm.
Totally.
Yep.
And that was when you knew, like, 7 years later, I'm going to have a comedy
And
special.
that's the day I met Dhar Mann. I was his best man.
Yeah, Dhar Mann. He loves putting the title on this, or his name in the title. Every time. Good for him. This is good.
Does Mr. Beast put his name in the title?
I know Dude Perfect was doing that.
Dude Perfect. Saw some Dude Perfect merch on the course yesterday.
Wait,
But that was funny.
Wait.
Like a fan.
Oh,
yeah.
like the pro shop?
Yeah,
That's like,
Tiger Woods
good for them.
had Pound It Noggin on his red Sunday Red. No, he did not show up.
I did see
because his knee is made of metal.
That was great. In the full version of the Topgolf video that Brad and I did, you know, Brad and I was like, before he hits, he goes, Tiger. I was like, is that a thing like people say, like Kobe? And he's like, I think.
I don't think so.
Yeah. And,
Tiger.
And then he was like, but I don't think he did it. I was like, the car crash? He's like, yeah. Have you ever seen a car crash like that? I love the idea of just denying, not the allegations, just like his injury.
By the way, yeah.
I don't think that's how he actually got injured. It's not the car crash. Mr. Beast does not put his name in the title.
Oh, yeah. But we're back. Tour's over.
He put Trey Kennedy in the title for this one.
You're putting... Jean Shorts Comedy will host Jake's Sheltered Kids special in the coming weeks.
Yeah, that's going to be exciting. Thanks for letting me do that. It's fun. I was just going to upload it to like my personal Facebook.
Oh, why not, man?
It's like, Grandma will love it.
Might actually make sense to put your name in the title. Jake Triplett.
You think I have any SEO pull?
I mean, it might help to just, if people are like, this is a funny special, it'd be nice for them
Who
to know
is
your
this
name. Yeah. Jean Shorts. Because that is, I've met a guy named Gene. I guess
That
that's
makes
possible.
sense. I get like a Mark Twain thing.
I've never met a Mr. Shorts. That was mainly why.
I could see why. It's like
People just
signing your name.
It's
At
just
the
like
end.
going viral, and people are like, I'm obsessed with this guy. Like, I want to go see him live. It's like, how do you buy tickets? I don't know. I don't even know his name, honestly.
I go to jeanshorts.com. That's not what I wanted.
Yeah. I'm Googling Jean Shorts like crazy. It's so confusing. My wife is concerned. Just I'm looking at images of Jean Shorts, if that's a clue. Yep.
Good call. Good call.
My special will be coming soon thereafter. It'll be fun to get out.
Will yours be
Content.
called the Are You For Real special?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. That makes sense because the tour was called that.
Yeah, I figured I'll just stick with that. Are you for real special? Are you for real special?
Are you?
Oh, we didn't think this through.
You're like doubting someone's learning disability. Wait, you get to go to Mrs. Coop?
Are you for real special?
Are you for real special?
Or just kind of, are you
You
milking
kind of
it?
faking it. You just adding on the speech
You
impediment.
know, we all know she's the hottest teacher. What that would be? I'm sure that's happening at school. The speech teacher's hot, and they're
going to-
like every day. There's kids just being like, Mr. Shorts,
Whoa, McAvoy.
I don't know what happened. Whoa. We like the speech impediment jokes I hear on Correct Opinions.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I genuinely.
Are you for real special?
Are you for real special?
YouTube.com.
Search it.
People commenting like, we're getting, it's fun to get more content out. Go subscribe to Girls Gone Mild, Jean Shorts. A recent Girls Gone Mild post, someone called Lindsay a lukewarm Christian, which is an all-time comment.
The subject matter was not religious at any point. It
No.
was if clothing brands were people. And he's like, yeah, something about it. I could tell she's a Christian, but...
Lukewarm Christian. We're like, she's actually not a Christian. He's like, well, she's doing pretty good then. Yeah, well, it's pretty good for not a Christian.
Not bad,
Actually,
then.
she's a really Christian. Lukewarm.
Okay, just lukewarm then. He was a fan. He said, still think you guys are so funny,
It was nice. Yeah.
but I can tell their
Still very
spirituality
encouraging. But yeah, just
through
a
the
little-
3-minute sketch. I can tell. Which people have always been good at that. Truly knowing someone from behind a camera.
Oh. You guys know us personally,
Yeah.
basically.
The podcast does help a bit, but still. It's a little different. Someone also said she looks like Hillary Duff, which that wasn't bad. Someone said
kind.
Morgan looked like Channing Tatum. Which then again, that's not that bad.
Right.
It's better than George Costanza.
So when it came up to me and said, you look like, I don't know, who's the prettiest actress out there? You look like Jennifer Gardner. I'd be like,
Gardner?
Gardener. It's a different one.
She's even hotter.
Yeah. People don't know about her, but you won't believe it.
It's like Gooder.
Gardener or gardener? Because either way, thank you. You look just like Mila Kunis. I'd be like, how dare you? What? That's a pretty person.
Fine, I guess.
Thank you.
Yeah, if they said like
You look
just like Amy Schumer. Like,
You do?
Oh, I get that all the the time.
Yeah. Is that Amy Schumer? Oh no, that's Jake. Yeah.
Well, if you
that's
put his
Gene
name in the
Shorts.
title,
That's Gene Shorts.
That is Mr. Shorts.
Yeah. Schwartz? Schwartz? No. Gene Schwartz.
We have a Jewish knockoff channel, Gene Schwartz.
Gene Schwartz.
That's great. I should have worn Gene Shorts in the special had I known.
Did I tell this to the podcast? We've secured a new studio.
I didn't know if you want to talk about it or not, because I think it's pretty cool, the timing of how it works.
It's all worked perfectly. Oh, yeah. I'll tell the story.
Okay, yeah.
So, Katie and I have been passively looking, really the past all year long, to find a place to call like the new studio, because we're working from home. It works. It's great. But everyone knows, especially doing this, we're running around. The house is a mess. It would be nice to have like a studio. It's also, I know it can be weird for y'all, especially like we'll be gone and y'all will work here. It's like, but it's also their house, which is like, so we found it. This house popped up. It all made sense. You guys know how it works these days. The house goes up like Friday and it's going to be sold by the weekend. So I check it out real quick. I'm like, okay, it sounds good. We put an offer Saturday night or like Saturday afternoon. They're saying, hey, they've countered with this. They did an open house. Some deals are coming in. And it was like, okay, this looks pretty good. But I was kind of like, it was Saturday in Chicago shooting the special. So I was, in my head, I'm like, let's deal with this tomorrow. Like,
yeah, one of the biggest nights of your career.
Yeah, I texted them like, if y'all need anything like crazy, just like leave me out of it. Call Katie. But like, I think we'll talk to you in the morning. So, I'm going on in 15 minutes for the first show of the special taping. And they're blowing us up. And Katie's like, I know this is bad. I hate to do this, but like, look. And they're saying, they think they're about to get a couple offers. They want to accept this counter right now if you guys do. We know it's about time, but like, so I'm sitting there like with Katie, I'm like, okay, do it. And then you forget, like, you can't just say, okay, do it. It's like, okay, we just emailed you the DocuSign. So I'm like 10 minutes going on. I'm just like frantically just like, I'm like, Katie, read it, make sure. And I just signed my part and went on stage.
That was unbelievable.
So we bought the studio, 10 minutes before I ran out on stage. And that was kind of, in a weird way, I was like, this feels meant to be for some reason. I don't know. It's just like...
It's like two milestones at the same time of like your career. It's kind of cool they happen the same day.
So it's a cool spot. Do a little painting, get it fixed up. But we say it because we're going to have a new studio and a new setting for content.
For the videos and the podcast.
In, probably by the end of June.
Cool. A month. I Googled Dhar Mann house.
Okay.
To see if he has some videos on this. This could help you out. Evil house sitter destroys home. What happens next is shocking. Dhar Mann. Realtor judges poorly dressed house buyer. He lives to regret it. Dhar Mann.
Yeah, I love these videos. Should we make these? You already know this video. Some black guy with like low hanging jeans walks in and he's like, I'm gonna buy this house. And realtor's like, like you have any money? And he goes, I'm actually an Ivy League lawyer. And he's like, I shouldn't judge people on their appearance.
Don't judge a book by its low hanging pants cover. I regret it. Dhar Mann.
Shocking. And then the low hanging pants guy did kill him, but he did have a lot of money.
It was unrelated to the financial issues.
And they're like, wait, Dhar Mann. It's like Dhar Mann's still weirdly racist in his videos. Evil babysitter judges kids. What happens next will shock you. And it's like someone babysitting Asian babies. They're like, oh, are you guys geniuses? Oh, you want to play with a calculator instead of toys? Like, no, actually. Are you for real special?
They wanted to play with chopsticks. You almost had it. Now, do you regret those assumptions?
It's like, wait.
That still seems...
Dhar Mann here. Don't judge a book by its cover. Just because they're Asian doesn't mean we need to make these math stereotypes.
Sometimes the stereotypes you're forgetting about are the true ones.
Sometimes you need to sit down over dim sum and figure it out. And like, wait, over what? Why do they have to eat that?
Dhar Mann.
Dhar Mann.
That is a weird...
Subscribe.
Mom calls cops on Mexican neighbor. She instantly regrets it. Dhar Mann.
Is that real?
That's a real title.
What do you got? 15 people living in there? That's against the HOA. It's like, no. We're actually a nuclear family.
15. At least
Dhar
in
Mann.
Spanish. Yeah, Dhar Mann.
Just making these weird points. Some Mexican families don't have that many kids.
Some do.
Some do, though. Dhar Mann. Like, okay, what?
I don't know why these many people are watching it. Yeah. That would be great. Confusing life lessons.
Yeah. Comedian buys house seconds before going on special. What happens next will shock you. He made a huge mistake. Dhar Mann. Dude, I met Dhar Mann, man. Dhar Mann, man.
So lucky. Yeah, I knew Dhar Mann, man.
Dhar Mann, man. Watch Dhar Mann videos. Let us know what you think.
Yeah.
He gets a lot of views, and he's making a lot of money.
I bet he has some land.
Yeah.
Darland.
Darland. What happens
You
next
could
will
make a
shock
theme
you.
park called Darland.
That's
That would
coming.
be fun.
Just there's no rides. It's just people of all shapes and colors. Where
Instantly regretting their decisions.
yeah, instantly regret it. Just being shocked left and right.
Just judging and shocking and I regret that. Oh,
Yeah.
here's a new race. Let me judge them.
Yeah, just-
I regret that.
Just minorities walking up to you being like, come on, say what you want to say. And you're like, no, I don't think like that. And you're like, see, you're learning because you watch the videos.
Yeah, just someone coming up to you and be like, I'm really gay. Like, okay, that's
Okay.
great. Say it.
Say it.
Say a word. Say a slur.
Uh-huh.
No, I don't want to.
Just a guy with curly hair named not Weinstein, Flankenstein, who's like, do you got your tax return? And you're like, why are you Jewish? He's like, ha, gotcha.
Yeah.
I'm from Kansas.
Dhar Mann.
Dhar Mann. We got another one.
Use him.
Use him.
He instantly regrets it. I can see it on his face.
Just minorities just badgering you. Say it.
Say it.
Say what you want to say.
Yeah. The Key and Peele skit. Talk about the burns.
I can take it.
It's just a pink shirt. I am gay, though. Great skit. Darland would be great. Just people of all shapes and colors just coming up to you. And if you say something wrong, it's okay. There's a life lesson there. We need to all live like we're in a Dhar Mann video. Don't be afraid to instantly regret.
Should we do like Dhar Mann, like a Dhar Mann spinoff? Because there's something there. Like Dhar Mann, but not shocking. And it's just people like profiling people, but unfortunately getting it correct. You find this guy goes to golf course, judges old white guy, and gets it exactly right.
Yeah. This guy was slightly racist, a little old-fashioned, if you will, and way too uptight.
Dhar Mann.
Just like we thought.
Dhar Mann.
Yeah,
Just like we thought.
He's like the one golf enthusiast who doesn't like Tiger Woods. For the reason you think.
Mm-hmm.
For the exact reason you think.
Tiger. Yeah, just thinking that's for Kobe. Tiger.
You really shouldn't talk
the
in your own
wind.
backswing. Yeah.
I think that's what Tiger said in his car crash. The wind.
The wind. Dude.
I was bummed I didn't see Tiger though. He withdrew
Yeah.
by the time I got there, but he looks like he's in a lot of pain. That's really sad. Tiger.
One last thing on Wind Guy that I thought of, just to reinforce how into the wind this guy was. I have my rangefinder out. If you guys don't know, people use this if they're hunting. They use it in golf. It's just like this laser that bounces off something and comes back, looks like a binocular, and it tells you, a set of binoculars, how far away something is. And so you just use it, and I'm telling everyone, telling the group, all right, it says it's 160 yards away. And he goes, does that factor in wind? Like, dude, I'm looking through a scope.
Easy, man.
How in the world would this does the military have access to things that factor in wind? I don't think that exists. I kid you not, he said that. Does that factor in wind?
Factor in wind?
No, we factor. We're
Where'd you get that?
outside. We
Where'd
just
you get that? Is that from NASA?
throw up a blade of grass and factor in the wind. Look at the flag. Look at the trees. There's a flag. Whatever. Does that factor in wind? No, man. Just it's dead still out here.
Hit the ball, Darnold.
Darnan.
Darmanold. Okay. Love you guys.
Good episode.
Thanks for listening as always. See you next week. Peace.
Correct opinion.